Well, hello everyone. Hey, Linda Anderson here from Linda Lou Creates. Thanks for joining me. And I do want to share my club for this month, the In Color Cardmaking Club color, and it is Tahitian Tide. So this is my second favorite, to be honest with you. Last month it was the Parakeet Party. This month, Tahitian Tide. My cards that are part of the club for this month, if you participate, feature, let me bring that in as well, the Cup of Tea bundle. This is adorable. It really is. I really like this bundle here. So I think you would too. So keep that in mind. There's a savings whenever you buy the dies and the stamp set together. So let me show you now the cards. You're getting a sneak peek of them over here. So here are the cards that you will receive the tutorial. You will receive the consumables already cut out. So like this die cut here will already be cut out and included for you. And here is the last one. So these are the 4 cards that are featured in this month's kit. And tonight I am going to show you 2 more bonus ideas. I like to do that. That way you have a little couple extra then to add to your repertoire, so to speak. So I always like to have it be the same color, featuring the same in color as well as the stamp set. And let me bring these in. And here are those cards. And these are the ones I'm going to share with you tonight. So, all right. So first is this one. Now, check out that background. That is courtesy of this gorgeous die, Dots and Spots. And you can see that it cuts out all of these circles. Let me bring in my pack of goodies here to show you. I have a piece of the basic white cardstock, and it is 5 by 3 3/4. So obviously it fits within the die beautifully and cuts it out really nice. So I thought it would be fun to show some of that Tahitian Tide through it, and that I did with the glimmer paper that is also in the new In Colors. So it has an ombre effect. So here's your darker and it goes up into the lighter. This also measures 3 3/4 by 5 because I just excuse me, wanted to layer them up together. So let me go ahead, let me get those 2 adhered together real quick using my liquid glue that doesn't want to come out. Of course it doesn't. There we go. So because I am going on a rough surface in the glimmer paper, I am going to be very put lots and lots of the adhesive down, and I like to be very generous with it whenever that's the case. So like if I have embossed using an embossing folder, I like to use additional adhesive for that as well, because I feel like it's not a smooth surface that I'm adhering down to. So there we go. So this should line up perfectly. And because we're using the liquid adhesive, if we need to wiggle it a little bit, we got some time. All right. So there's our first layer. Like I said, it is 3 3/4 by 5. Now let me bring in some more pieces then for this card. I have my card base. It's the Tahitian Tide, top folding, the way I like it. 11 by 4 1/4. Inside I have a piece of white to be able to write my message, and I had a little bit of the glimmer paper still scrap available, so I thought I would go ahead and adhere that down as well. Then I have a piece of black, basic black. This is just 1/8 of an inch bigger than my white panel here. So 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So I am one who just likes, I love the layers, but I like to have just a little hint of the other color showing through. So you can certainly do it 1/4 of an inch bigger. So don't be afraid to do it that way if that's your liking. So, all right. So here is my panel. Across it, I felt like I needed something for the teacup to sit on. So I do have just a strip. This is 3/4 of an inch wide, 3 3/4 long, and it's just out of the In Color DSP pack. And by participating in this month's club, you'll receive the paper, the glimmer paper. You'll receive all of the paper from in this color, in the Tahitian Tide, and a pack of cardstock. You'll get the blends, you'll get a marker, and you'll get the ribbon, the really cool ribbon. So all of that is part of it, and I will direct you to the blog post that I have to be able to order yours. I heat embossed my sentiment on this little strip of black cardstock using white powder, embossing powder, Versamark, heat it with a heat tool, cut it out, and then I just did the banner cut here on the end. So I'm just going to set that down, kind of figure out exactly where I want it. That looks good. So that gives me an idea. That tells you where exactly it's going, right? How about right there? And now the teacup. It is actually from the Teacup Dies. Let me tell you, this one is the top layer. I cut actually 2 of those. Whoops, maybe I should get into frame. I guess that would be nice. I die cut 2 of those and adhered them on top of each other just to give a little bit of extra thickness. And then here's the outline of the teacup that it is all then adhered onto. The heart comes from the Sweet Sorbet. That is another one of the new In Colors. So I'm just kind of bringing in some of the new colors, some of the other colors, additional colors that will be part of then the next couple months will be part of the In Color Club packet that you will receive in the mail. So I like to feature a specific stamp set. I like to feature then, of course, then all the colors then that I can do with that. All right, let's get this down to the card base, and this one will be done. So that quick, and yet it packs a super fun punch. And I tell you what, I think it's all because of this cool dots and spots die that is a new one, and I really, really like it. You know what? I need to put one embellishment on there, and it's going to be from the matte, the In Color decorative dots. All right, so let me go ahead, adhere one down, and here we go. Let's pop this one down, and now we'll call it done. There we go. Okay, card number 2 on its way. And here it is. So now I thought I would use more of the DSP, a little bit more of the layers, and then more stamping of the teacup and all of the pieces that are stamps that are within that set. Well, not all of them, but okay. Again, my card base is the top folding, 11 by 4 1/4. I have, let me get this out of the way. Again, 3 3/4 by 5. That seems to be a favorite of mine, if you've noticed. And then the black layer underneath, which is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Let me just set that off to the side for a second because I want to get my DSP put into place. So this panel, it is 5 inches long, 1 1/2 inches wide. All right, so let's get that piece down. I had to double check my notes to make sure I had that correct, and it is 1.5 wide, 5 inches long. Okay, so let me just adhere that down. All right. And then this piece, again, the designer series paper, it's 4 inches by 1 inch. This is, yeah, obviously then the other side. So that's what I like about the double-sideds. And I'm going to go ahead and pop that down. And you're probably thinking I have it backwards, but this is, I have to look at it sort of sideways first. So now, there we go. Now I can adhere this to my black layer. So let's go ahead and do that as well. Whoops. Dropped it a little too soon. There we go. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move this a little bit and then get this adhered down to my card base. Now I will have a post on my blog of all of these 2 cards, measurements, products, and I will also provide a link for my if you're interested in my In Color Club. You can join it at any time. It is just fun way to get a lot of the colors that you want. Slowly it'll build up. And plus you get a fun package in the mail. So who wouldn't love that each month? Okay, now here we go. I stamped the teacup, Tahitian Tide. The leaves are Parakeet Party. The flowers, Sweet Sorbet. So these again are all the new In Colors. The white panel, that measures 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. And then again, I put that on a basic black, that is 1/8 of an inch bigger, meaning it is 3 3/8. Whoops, excuse me, that goes this way, doesn't it? And 2 5/8 across. All right, lots of dimensionals, as I love it. And yeah, I'm using the black ones. So I just happen to have those nearby, so I decided to, and then the end pieces too. So that's why I decided to use that. So I'm going to put this over on the left-hand side, since all of my DSP is on the right-hand side. And then the sentiment also from the Cup of Tea stamp set, stamped in the tuxedo black on a 7/8 of an inch square and matted with a 1 inch square of the basic black. All right, so this I will now pop up here in the upper right corner. I like having it hanging off too. Okay, let me put a couple of these matte dots, and we will call this one done as well. So let's grab these. Put them in the center of these flowers, and then I decided I would use one of the bigger ones just for fun. And there it is. So 2 more cards now to add to your ideas already that will be given to you in a tutorial form as part of the club. So let me bring back the other card I made today. So here are the 2 bonus ideas. Let me just drop real quick then the cards that you will receive the tutorial for as part. Let me see if I can get them all in. Oh boy. We'll see, I guess. All right. Here we go. And here and here. So these are the 6 cards that you'll be able to create with the products that you'll receive 4 of them, you will receive the actual, like the die cut circles, things like that. This that is already embossed with, or run through the die cut using that stitched greenery die. A lot of those pieces, those consumable pieces, will be included with envelopes and the tutorial. Like I said, these 2 that I made tonight are just some bonus ideas. Let me know if you're interested in this monthly club, and I will definitely contact you about it and answer any questions you may have. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. Bye now.